The Paradise Coast has many things to offer, including a vast array of locally owned boutiques, fantastic restaurants serving delicious food, beautiful scenery, these fish, boat rentals, a fabulous mall, a flourishing nightlife, and, what are those things called on top there? Curly meat fish. And, whoa, what the hell was that? That tree looks pretty nice. And this woman, who clearly has her finger directly on the pulse of fashion. Which brings me to my first interview with the owner of Luxe Boutique, Sally Handbags Johnson. Hi, Sally.
Hi.
I'm sorry. Okay, Sally, it says here that people call you Sally Handbags Johnson.
Yeah, sometimes.
Is it because you have bags for hands?
What?
Do you have bags for hands?
Do I have handbags?
No, do you literally have bags for hands?
Probably because I make my own handbags in the store.
See, I just don't understand why people would call you Sally Handbags Johnson unless you had bags for hands.
I don't have bags for hands, but I do make my own handbags, and it's kind of funny. Here they call me handbags because of my handbags, but back home it's because I stole handbags.
It was then I realized I was sharing company
I'm sorry, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. It was then I realized I was
still hear
sharing
this.
company
Literally
with an absolute monster.
Okay, no,
Aside from your horribly, horribly monstrous criminal past, you do have to admit that having bags for hands would be pretty cool. Right?
yeah, sure, yeah. Are we going to talk about my store, or are we going to...
Moving on. Sally, what's that?
Oh, that is a new line of handmade jewelry from an artist in Austin, Texas.
No, that. Would you care to explain why you would have something like that in your store?
No.
Fair enough. So H bags. That's just what they put on the card. I'm sorry for that. Jerry, did you write this?
I'm sorry.
You're fired, Jerry.
All right.
Would you mind telling the people at home why you love the Paradise Coast so much?
The people are nice sometimes when they're not nice, and I really like my store, and Are you kidding me? There's not even anything on these cards. Where did he go?
I left the interview early because I was super bored. I went to have a drink, another drink, and 2 others. I wanted to find out what makes the Paradise Coast tick and who is giving everyone crabs. So I went straight to the source and had a sit down with local boat captain Billy Smits to talk about boat captainy things or something. Mr. Smits, can I call you Billy?
No. You could call me the Barnacle.
The what?
You could call me the Barnacle.
The Barnacle?
Just call me the Barnacle, and that's fine.
Okay, Mr. the Barnacle, can you...
This was
starting to get super weird.
The Barnacle?
The Barnacle?
That's it.
The Barnacle.
Why do they call you the Barnacle?
Well, I was a young kid, and it was the rough seas, and I fell overboard, and I happened to just latch onto the side of the boat, and I stayed there for like 5 hours, and nobody knew I was gone. And then, they saw me, and then I scratched somebody on the neck.
This man is completely insane, but I needed to hear more. So what inspired you to be a captain?
That's easy. This guy. He trained Wolverine.
He then went on to list his other inspirations, including Captain Planet, Captain Crunch, movie star Chris Evans, and the skipper from Gilligan's Island. Why did you come to the Paradise Coast?
Because it's beautiful. There's beautiful beaches. There's beautiful babes. Great restaurants. Pinch's Crab Shack. I caught all the crabs there with no net. I put them in there in the ice. I caught them with my teeth because I'm one crazy sea captain.
This, of course, was an understatement.
Because my motto is I refuse to think.
That says refuse to sink.
Oh,
Which,
it really does.
what do you do for fun around here?
Well, I go fishing a lot, and I talk to seagulls. You know, they listen to me. If I had wings, I'd fly away with them, but I don't. 'Cause I'm a human. But that's about it. And I usually cruise around on my boat, and I listen to Fat Funky Beats.
Speaking of rap music, my sound guy has been known to spit a little. Is that right, Carl? Why don't you give the Barnacle a tiny taste?
I keep it player while some choose to play it safe. Boy, check the resume, it's risky business in the AA. And I've been witness to this history ever since the 10th grade.
Oh, that's pretty fresh.
The freshest and best in town.
Super fresh.
We can't fake fresh.
My man. I feel like I learned absolutely nothing from my time with the Barnacle. The interview dragged on for the better part of 3 days, and I was no closer to accomplishing whatever it is I was doing here. What am I doing here? Huh. However, he did eventually share some useful information, where I could find fantastic seafood done the Italian way, where old men in sleeveless shirts flock as if it was a Werther's Original convention. The place? Bravo. Owned by billionaire Playboy restaurateur Willard Clean Plates Murphy, who insisted that the interview be held in the superfluous bathtub of his restaurant's public restroom. This is where he handles all things from cleaning pots and pans, wiping that plate, and even quality control as seen here. I found that Mr. Murphy's voice is like that of an angel, but he never learned to speak actual words. How he became so successful, this reporter wishes he knew. So why did you choose this area over any other area in Florida? And yes, that was his dish rag. Okay, what the f***? This is where this reporter decided to end the interview with Mr. Murphy. Clean Plates, don't cry. You're gonna make me cry. See? Now I'm crying. Though a touching moment had passed, I still had to tell Mr. Murphy, that was gross, and got the hell out of there as soon as I could.